very much for meeting with us today, and I'm so glad we are able to exchange some information, and hopefully we will help to build a better city of Garland. I would like to introduce Lance and Robert. If you could please tell us a little bit about yourself so that we can ask the questions accordingly.
Okay. My name is Lance Polster with the City of Garland Code Compliance Department. Work with the Housing Standards Division. Been with the City of Garland for a little over 6 years now. Prior to that, I was in the home building.
So you have a lot of experience about building constructions, about code compliance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Robert, how about you?
I'm Robert Ashcraft. I work for the Water Department. Been here 34 years.
Wow. You're a veteran.
I've been here a year or two, yes.
So we could always come to you for advice and guidance, of course, right?
I'm always here.
Okay. I guess I'll get a little bit more into detail about the department that you work for. In terms of your department, what role does your department play in building the City of Garland?
The Code Compliance Department, we enforce state and local ordinances to make sure everybody lives in a healthy and safe environment. Not only cosmetic issues, but as well as any safety concerns that citizens might have.
Oh, okay. So it's not only what the city might look like, the appearance, but also the safety issues, which is very important too.
Correct.
Okay. And how about you?
It's our job to supply all the citizens and businesses of Garland with clean, potable water that's safe for them to drink, and to take away the wastewater away in a sanitary manner so that everybody stays healthy.
I have the next questions, which what are the typical issues that you guys have to deal with, especially with your own department?
Typically on a day-to-day basis, our department, the main things we're looking for would be high grass violation, anything above 12 inches, improperly stored materials outside of houses, as well as improper vehicles parked on the street more than 48 hours, and housing issues that people haven't been maintaining the houses, or they have sewage backups in front of the houses, variety of issues like that. Our department is split up into 3 parts, so we also have a focus on commercial side, so we're looking at any of the commercial properties around town, also as well as the multifamily and the hotels and motels around the city as well.
Okay. Do you guys usually give certain notice first before you write the citation?
Yes, ma'am. We'll always send out a notice of violation first. If it's an immediate threat, like I said, the sewage backups, things like that, we'll typically put a door notice on the property, asking the citizen to contact us first. And the main thing is we're looking for open communication. If there's ever a question about what we've noticed we've sent, we have our phone numbers there. We welcome questions and better explain.
I think what you are saying is even with the violation, people will get notice, will be put on notice on what's wrong, and then like you were saying, to have the opportunity to establish a line of communication and find out what's going on, or maybe how they can fix it too, correct?
Correct. That's the most important thing. We'd rather have people ask questions of us instead of having us actually do the enforcement. It's much more preferable both sides if there's voluntary compliance, where the homeowner takes action on their own part without us having to get involved.
How big is your department? How many staff or people going out actually writing citation?
So our business is split up. We have roughly 16,
About
15
half of that.
on the neighborhood standard side. And the side that handles the multifamily and the lodging, we have in the single family properties, we have 6 inspectors.
Wow, so they're probably very busy with all their workload.
Very busy indeed.
Yes. And then with your department, what are the typical issues that you have to deal with, Robert?
We deal with all the leaks, fire hydrants that get hit, water meters that leak, water mains that break, the sewer lines that stop up. We handle all the repair and maintenance work on all the water and the sewer lines. Typically we've got about 70 guys out here, and we're just all over town every day just making sure that everything stays in the pipe like it's supposed to. So.
The water rate, is it something that gets increased every year? Is that something that you're working on?
We purchase our water from North Texas Municipal Water District, and right now they are doing a lot of capital improvements, so they are raising our rates quite a bit every year. So basically we're having to pass along to our users. we're not raising rates, we're mostly just passing it on.
So it's just part of the contract that the city had
Yes.
with the suppliers, so and
Yes.
it wasn't something that the city,
Yes.
at its own,
No. Our
decisions
costs
to
are
change.
holding steady, but our water rates are going up, so we're having to pass that on through.
right. And what are the goals or projects that you guys are working on?
Well, we're always replacing our infrastructures. We've got, water line projects going on all over town all the time, on sewer projects going all over town. We're always replacing, trying to upgrade the system to make it better.
Wonderful. How about you, Lance?
We have a couple of goals we always work with. Part of it is communication with the community. We do that through sharing information and meetings like HOA development. We also have on our single-family program, we have certified landlord training. We try to get the information out there too. We have a group called Code Cares in our department. Work with volunteer groups throughout the city to help bring property maintenance up for people that are less fortunate, both in money and health-wise. It's free service. They can contact our department, kind of help get some issues with.
Wow, we definitely need to find out about that information.
Yes.
So there's actually a group of volunteers going around to help a low-income family to fix up whatever problems they have that will make sure that they are in compliance with the code department, right?
Correct. We work with several churches and other community volunteers and kind of help coordinate those repair efforts
Wonderful.
in lower income houses. The code compliance has also been working with several other city departments. The water department is also involved in the neighborhood vitality programs as they're going in and replacing the infrastructure. We're going in to help assess how we can bring the neighborhood up, aesthetics, not only to the minimum housing standards, but a step above.
Wonderful. I think today, just sharing information, we always love the utilities, the water department, because, we need water, but then, the code compliance department, something that, we always kind of afraid to deal with, and, it's not exactly the warm, fuzzy feeling, but now we find out that you're trying to work with people, and also you have projects or charity projects that you guys are involved in to help people in the community.
Correct. And that's one thing, unfortunately, we do, a lot of our negative stigma comes from the fact that they get a notice or citation in the mail from us. But a lot of that can be improved by the improved communication and just some communication back and forth between our department and the citizens, and get the information out there earlier.
What type of community cooperation that you would like to see that will help with your department or your department?
Our biggest issue is when we're having to do a main repair or anything we're digging up, the people like to come see what's going on, and we understand that. We all want to know what's going on, but just stay back, for safety issues.
Right.
Just stay away from where we're working, because it makes it a lot easier if we don't have to watch out for people. So.
Right. How about you?
It'd probably make the easiest if people are kind of aware of all the codes and issues out there. Everything is available on the main city website, the garlandtx.gov. Kind of become aware of the housing issues and kind of proactively maintain the property. That's always ideal for both sides. We don't have to take the enforcement role.
With the Vietnamese community, I know there are a lot of Vietnamese here in Garland, city of Garland, and I guess my question would be, what are the typical things that uniquely that you have to deal with the Vietnamese here in the community? Any changes that you would like to see, or any cooperation from the Vietnamese community that you want to see?
We get along well. We really don't have any issues. Sometimes communication's a problem, but we just, we work through it and just try to get along and help everybody out. So.
Same here would be communication seems to be our biggest issue.
Yeah.
Like I said, if anyone receives a notice from us, we welcome the call back, try to get the information to you. I think we kind of come across maybe as scared being an enforcement arm, but we want the open communication. I think would help a lot.
Lance, with your department, you have some Vietnamese speaking staff too, right?
We do, and that should help tremendously with breaking out the communication barrier.
Yes, yes. So if they have any questions, they can call your department, and ask to speak to somebody who speaks Vietnamese.
Correct.
Okay. Any other comments that you would like to add?
Overall, we'd love to see kind of the Vietnamese community kind of maybe become more involved in the city government side. There's plenty of zoning and planning and just all kinds of
Positions
positions
they can help
they can
or
volunteer
contribute.
for that help and kind of bridge the gap a little bit between the two. Also, as you become more involved with the HOA communities, we try to branch out and talk to HOAs all the time. And I think if you had more representation at those meetings, we'd be able to kind of meet in the middle a little easier.
I agree with you. How about you, Robert?
No, not really. I think we do good, but our only issue would be sometimes people come up here to pay their water bill and we don't handle money here, so we have to send them somewhere else. If they look on Google for where to pay their bill, they send them here, but we don't. We have to send them somewhere else. So that's the main thing to know. We don't take any money, don't have anything to do with your water bill here.
Oh, that's a good piece of information.
Yeah, you need to go to the Duckworth building at 217 North 5th Street.
Okay, we'll make sure we mark that so that everybody will have that information. Thank you very much for meeting with us and providing very useful information and giving us a chance to get to know all of you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
And